Hi, how are you all doing?
Hi, I'm good.
Good. So, Melissa, I'm going to start with you because you filed in court. So, tell me what's going on. What brings us to mediation today?
We're here today because I want to reduce his visitation hours, and I want that in writing.
Okay, so you guys do not have a court order in place right now.
No.
Okay, when you say reduce his hours, how often does he see the kids now?
He sees them 3 days a week, and I see them 4 days a week.
Okay.
In today's mediation, I expect to get a visitation in writing.
The mediation begins with Melissa, who filed the case, arriving to explain her concerns. At this point, there's no official court order in place, but she wants visitation clearly defined and reduced for Jeremy. The mediator lays the foundation, asking how often Jeremy currently sees the children. This is where the core of the conflict begins. Melissa is determined to establish stricter guidelines, while Jeremy seeks balance. Before we dive deeper, make sure you subscribe to our channel, Judge Bench, where we bring you real courtroom and mediation cases with professional narration and analysis.
I want Jeremy to be able to give more income to me so that I can take care of my boys and provide for them, and to get more hours to spend with them, more visitation with my kids.
And why would you want to reduce that?
To be real?
Yeah, everything we discuss in mediation is confidential, so you can be as real as you want to be. It actually helps, come to a better agreement.
Well, to be honest, I don't want my kids to be there at his house with him because...
Melissa reveals her concerns openly. She wants Jeremy to contribute more financially so she can better support their children, while also seeking more structured visitation hours. Yet, she also expresses unease about the children staying at Jeremy's home. The mediator reminds her that everything said in mediation is confidential, encouraging her honesty. But Melissa doesn't hold back. She insists she doesn't. To feel comfortable with the environment Jeremy provides, hinting that the children's well-being is at stake. This sets the stage for an emotional clash between financial responsibility and parental trust.
He is a womanizer.
Okay.
I don't want my kids to grow up seeing all these women coming in and out, so many different women. I don't want them to grow up and think that...
She's just upset that I left her.
Mm.
Melissa, she's a good mom. We've had our ins and outs, and our ups and downs, but we just can't see eye to eye.
Okay. Is that true what he said, that you're mad because he left you?
I guess mad and hurt.
Okay. Hurt? Okay. So when you say he's a womanizer, he has a bunch of different women, you're saying?
The tension sharpens when Melissa labels Jeremy a womanizer, claiming she doesn't want her sons exposed to a revolving door of women. She believes this behavior will negatively influence them as they grow up. Jeremy pushes back, defending his parenting and accusing Melissa of being bitter over their breakup. The mediator steps in, questioning whether Melissa's claims are genuine concerns for the children or rooted in personal pain. At this point, the case is no longer about schedules alone. It becomes about credibility, trust, and what truly serves the best interest of the children.
That's not true.
Okay. So, Jeremy, does she have a legitimate concern that there are a lot of different women around your kids?
No, I don't think that's true at all.
Okay.
That's not a concern.
And these are boys or girls? I'm sorry.
We have 2 boys.
2 boys. Okay.
Yeah. No, that's not a concern. I take good care of my kiddos. I love them. They don't see women in and out of my place
Okay.
at all. I think, again, she's just upset. She's acting on her emotions.
Jeremy firmly denies Melissa's accusations, insisting his children never see women coming in and out of his home. He emphasizes that he provides stability and love, dismissing Melissa's claims as exaggerations. When asked directly, he reaffirms that his boys are well cared for and safe with him. The mediator takes note, this isn't just about visitation. It's also about proving reliability as a parent. The truth lies somewhere between Melissa's accusations and Jeremy's defense. But what remains clear is that both parents want to protect their children. even if their definitions of protection different.
Okay. So what would you like to see? How would you like to see this play out? Would you like for you guys to keep in place what you've already been doing?
I mean, I think so. I mean, honestly, I really wish we can split
Okay.
that time.
When you say split, what do you mean by that? Because you kind of are already doing something split, where you have them 3 days, she has them 4 days. You want something like that, keep that, or you want something a little bit more defined, like a week on, week off?
Yeah, week on, week off is exactly what I was thinking.
Okay. Melissa, what about you? What do you think about the week on, week off? Because you're kind of already doing
3
something.
As the discussion shifts, the mediator presses Jeremy about what arrangement he envisions. Jeremy reveals that he hopes for a more balanced schedule, ideally splitting time evenly between both parents. Melissa hesitates, leaning toward restricting his time, but the mediator reminds them that their current setup already resembles a shared arrangement. The question becomes, should they formalize what has been working or disrupt it over disagreements rooted in distrust?
And close to that. And if your only reason is reducing his time because of whatever his relationship status may be, that's really not in the best interest of your children, because you're only hurting them.
I don't know. I think probably just 2 days out of the week.
2 days of each week? Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Why would you want him to have only 2 days?
Well, I want him to only have 2 days because I pay for like their health care and everything.
The mediator introduces the idea of a week-on, week-off schedule. Since the current 3 days on, 4 days off pattern already mirrors shared custody, extending it to full weeks could simplify matters. Jeremy immediately agrees, but Melissa resists, suggesting only 2 days per week for him. Her reasoning? She covers healthcare expenses and feels this should reduce his time. The mediator challenges her logic, noting that punishing visitation over financial responsibilities could harm the children emotionally. It becomes increasingly clear that this case isn't just legal, it's deeply personal.
How much you pay in that?
About monthly 200, 300.
For just them? Okay. So we'll say 200. Okay, so let me give you a realistic view of what would happen here. If you all were to go to court, and how long have you all been doing this? 3 days on and 4 days?
About a year.
About a year?
Roughly a year.
Okay, so realistically, if you all have been doing it that long, it's almost like a situation of if it's not broke, don't fix it. If it were not working, you obviously would have stopped doing it. So there's a likelihood that the judge may keep it that, or it could even give him what he's asking for on a full week.
The mediator grounds the discussion in reality. For nearly a year, the parents have followed their 3 and 4 day pattern without major issues. From a legal standpoint, judges are less likely to disrupt a system that has been functioning. In fact, going to court could result in Jeremy gaining even more time, such as the week-on, week-off schedule he desires. The mediator warns Melissa pushing the issue may backfire, leaving her with less control. The underlying message is clear. Sometimes consistency is more valuable than winning control in court.
So based on that, would that encourage you to at least stay at the 3 days on, 4 days on, or even give him another couple of days and make it a week?
I don't know, because he has more income than me.
Okay, how much do you make?
I make $52,500.
Okay, $52,500. And what do you do?
I'm a teacher.
Teacher? Okay, what subject you teach?
Math.
Math? Okay. I'm good at it now. I used to didn't be, good in math.
That's
And you
good.
said 52.5. Okay, and how much do you make?
Well, I'm a teacher as well, and I make $58,000.
50.
The focus shifts to income and financial stability. Both Melissa and Jeremy reveal their salaries. She earns $52,500 a year as a math teacher, while he makes $58,000 as a teacher as well. The difference between them is minimal, meaning child support calculations won't dramatically favor either parent. The mediator uses this to highlight a critical point. This case isn't about one parent having more resources. Instead, it's about cooperation and shared responsibility. For the mediator, Numbers are just numbers. What matters most is the children's consistent care.
8,000. Okay. That's not that huge of a difference. So one of the things that judges can do, just because you have a split schedule doesn't mean that somebody doesn't have to pay child support. Judges can do what's called an offset. So they would take what your child support would be, what your child support amount would be. So you only have 2 children, that's it?
Yes.
Okay, so if we did your net, 8 times 25%. Yeah, your child support would be about $913. His would be...
Child support calculations are laid out plainly. With 2 children, Melissa's obligation would be about $913 a month, while Jeremy's would be around $983. The difference is less than $100. Given how close their incomes are, the mediator explains that a judge could easily decide that no formal support is required. Both parents would continue contributing equally, as they already do. This revelation undermines Melissa's financial arguments, suggesting the court battle she's considering may cost more than it could ever deliver.
His child support would be $983. It's not even a difference of $100. So the court could order nobody pay child support. So, I mean, that's kind of what you're looking at in court. So would you want to go to court, spend all that time, spend all that money, and you end up with nothing in terms of financial, but you do have a dad that's willing to be a part of his kid's life.
You know I'm a good father. I love those kids.
What do you think about that? Because I'm getting the vibe from him that he loves his kids.
Mediator cuts to the heart of the matter. Is it worth the legal fight, the money and the stress, only to end up with no major change? Melissa must face a hard truth. Jeremy is not only willing but eager to remain active in his children's lives. The mediator stresses that this should be the ultimate priority, children having a present, committed father. The spotlight now shifts back to Melissa. Will she cling to her grievances, or will she embrace an arrangement that ensures her children's emotional and financial well-being?
Too. And that's what's important, right?
Correct.
So what do you think? 3 days, 4 days? What you guys been doing, or entertain his request of a full week?
I feel like if we were to get 1 week with him, 1 week with me, we should be splitting all the costs.
Split all the cost of what exactly are we talking about? Healthcare, okay.
Stuff when it comes to, I guess, clothes for them.
Okay.
Or
What about any extracurricular when it comes later? Daycare, all of that? How does that work for you? It's not solely on you, and it's not solely on her, so...
The idea of fairness takes center stage. Melissa suggests splitting healthcare costs, and the mediator expands it further. Daycare, extracurriculars, and other child-related expenses should also be shared equally. This removes the burden from one parent while ensuring both remain accountable. The mediator presents this as a compromise, one that balances parenting time with financial fairness. It's no longer just about custody, it's about building a system that keeps both parents equally responsible and equally present in their children's upbringing.
Or at least when it comes to like daycare, that whole week they're with him, he pays for that daycare and I pay for my daycare. If not, if it's the same daycare, we should just have it.
Okay.
The cost of it. Just basically the cost of everything when it comes to them only.
What about this? If you put them in the same daycare, the week that the children are with you, you pay for that week. The week that the children are with you, you pay for that week. So you guys are alternating weeks.
Yeah.
Now
That
you're
work?
talking. Yep.
That works?
I'm okay with
Okay.
that.
All right. So just to go back over the settlement, you guys have a week on, week off possession schedule. In lieu of paying child support, you'll split all the costs for daycare and everything down the middle.
The mediator finalizes the proposal. Jeremy and Melissa will alternate weeks with their children. During their respective weeks, each parent covers daycare and related expenses. Healthcare costs, such as Melissa's $200 monthly premium, will be split evenly, each parent paying $100. This arrangement ensures fairness and eliminates the need for formal child support. More importantly, it establishes stability for the children, giving them equal time with both parents while holding each accountable. It's a rare mediation where both sides find balance without the court's heavy hand.
So the week that the child is in your possession, you'll pay daycare. And the week that the child is in your possession, you'll pay daycare. And you guys are going to split the $200, $100 each for health insurance, right? Right?
Yep. Does that work for you?
Okay. So, excuse me, I'll get the mediated settlement agreement and I'll be right back.
You all right with that?
You're all right with it, yeah.
I think that works.
Okay. I have the agreement here.
The agreement is sealed. Both parents review the settlement terms: week on, week off custody, shared healthcare costs, and equal daycare responsibilities. Each signs the agreement, acknowledging their shared duty to raise their children fairly and equally. For the first time in the discussion, a sense of peace fills the room. The mediator has steered them from conflict to cooperation, emphasizing that the children's best interests must come first. What began as a bitter clash over time and money ends with a balanced resolution, rooted in fairness and mutual accountability.
So, you just briefly look over it, make sure everything looks good, and you'll sign right there where it says petitioner. Okay, thank you. And I'll have you do the same thing, review it to make sure it looks like a complete, accurate depiction of your agreement, and you'll sign where it says respondent. Okay, we'll get you copies and get you all out of here. You all have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you, you're welcome.
With the paperwork signed, the mediation concludes. Melissa and Jeremy leave with a formalized agreement: equal custody, shared costs, and no unnecessary child support battles. The case proves that cooperation often achieves what courtroom fights cannot: stability for the children. At Judge Bench, we share real stories like these to highlight the power of resolution over conflict. If you found this breakdown insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more courtroom and mediation cases where family, law, and justice meet.